Hi there, Aries. I hope you guys are doing really well. Enter we into the second week of February. So we are here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a reading for you. These are general. So they're not going to resonate with all of you, but we're going to be touching on your community, your family, health, finance and career, relationships, the connections in your life. This doesn't have to be simply romantic, it can be platonic or however you're experiencing that, and what you don't see coming, as well as your oracle energy. So let's start out with the oracle energy because that's kind of going to flavor things in this reading. You have adventures. This energy is interesting just because it can talk about new things coming into your life. It's not just about taking adventures, but it's also about like taking time to be with yourself. This can also indicate new people coming into your life, or sometimes even old people coming into your life. I know we've got some retrogrades going on right now, so there may be some resurgence of people that from your past wanting to, you know, shake things up or just enter in again. This is asking for you to be able to look at things in a very different way, maybe than how you may have seen things. It doesn't mean that you're wrong or that your initial decisions towards a person or a situation or however you want to look at it was wrong. You don't have to change that opinion, but this is asking you to be available to seeing things in a different way, and not to be rigid in your perception, okay? Um, this can also talk about people or situations that you may have overlooked, and this might also talk about a redo for some of you. So you can take that as you will. There's a challenge aspect to it because it's going to require you to take off your blinders or to like look deeper into a situation rather than glossing over it and just letting it go, stepping away. But it's for your benefit. But again, also go on an adventure. This is also talking about water. Be close to water. Water is healing. Water is being in flow. Water is clearing out emotion. So to start this off, you have family and community. For this, you have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is an interesting energy just because it talks about restriction. It talks about feeling like you are maybe secluded in a situation or you can't completely share what you need to share. You don't know exactly how to navigate something. This can talk about having a lot of, intention or ideas about things, but then like no way to funnel that into a reality based way to express it. It's kind of like just in your head. So, mental obstruction energy. It can also talk about victimization as well. With people in your life, I feel, Aries, that it's important for you guys to have very clear communication, especially if things are being done under the radar, or you know that somebody is toxic. You know that how they operate in their experience can affect everybody involved, and it's like maybe people aren't having the bravery or um, the desire to go up against that. So you may need to confront somebody, and I think doing so with a level of honesty and doing so with a level of like, you need to hear this and it's uncomfortable. And I'm going to tell you why you need to hear this. It's like that. It's kind of like putting somebody, it's showing a mirror in front of somebody or like pointing out certain things that you might just need to be very clear about and say, listen, this isn't going to fly. I don't like how you're doing this. This is affecting everybody. So I want to say be mindful of how you approach a person, but also the messages and the necessity for the conversation is clear. And as uncomfortable as it may be, it's time to have that conversation. Again, family, friends, people in your workspace community, however it is, if there's somebody that needs to have like the conversation, Aries, I feel like you're ready to do that at this time. With your health energy, Aries, you have the Seven of Pentacles here. So the Seven of Pentacles is an interesting energy just because it can talk about delays. It's an assessment card. It wants you to learn from your past experiences. It wants you to learn from past decisions. And here, when it comes to your health, that's important to pay attention to, especially if you're trying to do I feel like an approach that you might want to move forward with is dedication, I would say, at this time, Aries. So if you've been blocked in yourself with like moving forward in your health journey, or like you've been doing something for a while and it's just not paying off, make sure it's not snake oil. Make sure it's not like you avoiding like what you really need to be doing just by doing half of it. Like if we're physically trying to heal and, get better health and a better body, a better whatever, labs, whatever it is, we have to make the steps to actually like ensure that that's going to be supported. So it's important here for you guys to have patience in your situation. Don't go for perfectionism, just go for one step in front of the other, in front of the other, in front of the other, and soon it will, then you'll have the Eight of Pentacles. It's like that momentum that actually pays off. But right now, it's important to just not stick with what you've been doing, like progress from what you've been doing so that you can have a better outcome. Don't get lazy in it. Don't procrastinate. Don't be shut off. And because progress is slow doesn't mean that you throw it out the window. So whatever you guys are doing, be mindful, okay? It just feels like more dedication needs to be put into it. And if it's not working out for you, whatever this may be, try a different way, try a different approach. With your finances and career, Aries, you have the Two of Pentacles here. This can often talk about situations where it's like you've got too much on your plate. It's like so much of this may require change, adaptability. Sometimes it can require travel in your life for your job. Sometimes this card can also talk about creating secondary sources of income through you creating a job from your hobby, or like, you take something that you love and you're like, let me just kind of do this, and so then it builds momentum. But oftentimes it's going to talk about like having too much on your plate and needing to kind of keep it all going, So, how can you simplify that and not go crazy? How can you also be effective, devoted to it, and not go crazy? There's a lot of energy with that. So, some of you may also have opportunities to grow in the field that you're in, but it may just require more. Or you could even just have a boss putting more and more on you. So, it's important to pay attention to that. Also, for some of you, if you have new situations or obstacles in your way in your career, work situation, it may also be important to maybe go back to how things are run and implement something that maybe you haven't, or maybe you overlooked, okay? With your relationship connections here, Aries, you have the Knight of Cups, which is often a really nice card. This may be in connection to this adventures card. It may be somebody coming back into your life, but this doesn't have to be that. If you're actively like engaging new people, if you're actively dating new people, this is saying trust your energy, trust your emotions, follow your intuition, and be mindful of who you enter into connections with, but also it's supported with the Knight of Cups here. It's very supported to have a good time. It's supported to express yourself, share your thoughts, share your energy with people, be playful, it's asking for you to be open and romantic and available. And it's the beginning of something. So you could have a water sign coming into your life, Cancer, Taurus, or oh my goodness, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But overall, though, too, it can be just needing to feel emotionally like ready to venture out and engage. If you look at this person, it's like a surfer, a swimmer, but like the ocean, the waves are like going to crash over them. So it's like wanting to be out there, but like also kind of having to deal with our emotions entering into things. For those of you who are single and looking, this energy can talk about everything that I just talked about. It's saying, go for it, deal with the emotions of fear, or, if you feel like everything is too much, still engage. Don't be afraid, because there may be some beautiful people out there that you can engage with that might be worth your time. For couples, I would say that the Knight of Cups is a really positive energy. This is asking for you and your partner to take time with each other, spend time with each other, really be almost idealistic in how you want to go about connection with your partner. This is about being romantic and loving and, all the ushy gushy, juicy yumminess of love with your partner. So go out on dates, do things that are creative together. This is about bonding and sexuality and enjoyment on a physical and emotional level, where you can connect those two things. And so, very positive energy. Surprise your partner with loving things. What you don't see coming is the Hangman. This is about taking a pause in situations, and looking at things through a different lens. It can talk about listening to your inner guidance. This can talk about a situation or time period where it's like you may end up being stagnant and frustrated by the stagnancy. Um, a lot of questioning self. There's also a need to like kind of view and examine your motives in situations. You could have a Pisces person coming into your life, but it looks like what you don't see coming may be something here in the future where you may have all of these situations coming through, but also when you're regarding your decisions and how to move forward, you may just shut off. And so it's kind of interesting because it's like you have this momentum, but like in these energies too, I'm picking up like the desire to move things forward in a bigger way, a better way, the desire to be more effective, the desire to be more dedicated, the desire to be engaged in things in their entirety. And it's like trying to get there. And it almost feels like it may be like a lot to deal with. And then towards the end of this week or this time frame, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to take a pause. I'm going to take a break, because I almost feel like it's like trying to escape the problem that you create in your head, when really it's asking for dedication and intention to be very securely adapted to. So that's what I have for you guys. It's an interesting message. I hope that this is helpful to you. If you want a personal reading, all my info is in the description box below. Like and subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. Take care, Aries. Bye.